Ever wondered what makes rain fall like acid? Welcome to Class Bites. Today, we're diving deep into the science behind acid rain. The phenomenon known as acid rain is a broad term encompassing any form of precipitation that carries acidic components, such as sulfuric or nitric acid. Its story begins high in the atmosphere with the release of two primary gases, sulfur dioxide and nitric oxides. These gases are carried aloft, traveling on the invisible currents of the wind. While a small fraction of these emissions originates from natural events like volcanic eruptions, the vast majority is a consequence of human industry. The burning of fossil fuels stands as the principal source. In places like the United States, for instance, approximately 2/3 of all sulfur dioxide and 1/4 of all nitric oxide can be traced back to electric power generation, an industry heavily reliant on burning materials like coal. Once these gases are suspended in the air, they do not remain idle. They begin a chemical transformation, reacting with water, oxygen, and other elements present in the atmosphere. This intricate dance of molecules results in the formation of sulfuric and nitric acids. These newly formed acids then mix with water and other atmospheric materials, preparing for their eventual return to the ground. This process is known as acid deposition, where the initial emissions of sulfur dioxide and nitric oxide have been converted into secondary pollutants, including sulfuric acid, ammonium nitrate, and nitric acid. This deposition occurs in two distinct ways. The first, and perhaps most familiar, is wet deposition. This is what we commonly picture as acid rain, where the acidic compounds are contained within water, falling as rain, snow, or fog. The second form is dry deposition. This process is more subtle, occurring when small acidic particles and gases drift down from the atmosphere and settle onto the Earth's surface, coating buildings, cars, homes, and trees with a fine acidic layer. The ecological effects of this deposition are profound, particularly within aquatic environments like streams, lakes, and marshes. As acidic rain percolates through the soil of a watershed, it acts as a key, unlocking and releasing aluminum that was previously bound within the earth. This aluminum is then washed into the nearby bodies of water. The combination of increased acidity, measured as a low pH, and elevated aluminum levels creates an environment that is directly toxic to fish and other aquatic life. The consequences are severe. At a pH level of 5, most fish eggs are unable to hatch, disrupting the cycle of life. At even lower pH levels, the water becomes so hostile that some adult fish cannot survive. Forests, too, feel the strain of this atmospheric burden, though the process is often a slow, creeping decline rather than a sudden collapse. Acid rain does not typically fell a tree directly. Instead, it systematically weakens it from multiple angles. It can damage the surface of leaves, hindering their ability to photosynthesize. It leaches essential minerals and nutrients from the soil, starving the trees of the very elements they need to grow strong and healthy. At the same time, the aluminum released from the soil can be harmful to the tree's root systems. In high-elevation forests, the impact can be even more direct. Acidic fog and clouds can envelop the trees, stripping nutrients directly from their foliage and leaving behind a somber tableau of brown or lifeless leaves and needles. The reach of acid deposition extends beyond the natural world, leaving its mark on human infrastructure as well. It causes paint to peel from surfaces and accelerates the corrosion of steel structures such as bridges, compromising their integrity over time. Stone buildings and statues, testaments to history and art, are particularly vulnerable. The acidic particles, both wet and dry, react with the calcite found in marble and limestone. This chemical reaction causes the stone to dissolve, slowly but relentlessly. On exposed areas of historic buildings and cherished statues, the results are a visible roughening of surfaces, a gradual removal of material, and the tragic loss of finely carved details, erasing the delicate work of artisans from generations past. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts or what you'd like to see next.